Assalamualaikum and hi to Sertapa, who is my lecturer for Islamic Finance, and I am Adam bin Abdul Aziz, and my matrix number is UDC 210204. So I am the leader for group 2 for this group assignment, and my group members consist of 8 group members, who are myself, Adam bin Abdul Aziz, and secondly Akmal Danish bin Khairil Nazri, Intan Nur Afrina binti Afandi, Rosyan Azan bin Rosyan Adi, and Luqman Al-Hakim bin Badrul Hisham, Idina Adriana binti Irwan, Muhammad Saifullah bin Muhammad Javed Bad, and lastly Muhammad Ashraf bin Azami. So that's all is my group members, and that's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Adam bin Abdul Aziz, and my matrix number is UDC 210204. So today I'm going to talk about the introduction for this group assignment. So first of all, Islamic finance refers to a method of managing finances that adheres to Islamic moral principles. And the foundation of Islamic finance is the idea that money should not have any intrinsic value, and it merely serves as a means of exchanging goods and services that are valuable. Furthermore, Islamic finance practices include murabahah, wadiah, musyarakah, and ijara, among others. Sharia forbid usury, we also known as riba, and defined as interest paid on all loans of money. And lastly, Alliance Islamic Bank provide Islamic finance as they encourage more efficient stability in investment, and Islamic Bank opposed to conventional finance, as investment in Islamic finance are approached with a slower, more deliberate decision-making process. And lastly, Islamic finance support risk minimization and increase investment stability by completing extensive audits and assessments.
First, we should know what is Islamic finance. So here, Islamic finance is about how businesses and individuals raise capital or money with Sharia or Islamic law without illegal elements. Islamic finance also have shown us the good things and types of investment that allow under the law without illegal, which is destroy the future. Islamic finance can be seen as a good and responsible investment in the current situation. So here we will know why Islamic finance is so important. First of all, Islamic finance provides the financial services to residents who have various types of burdensome financial problems and avoid the source of lost income in their own way. Islamic finance also serves as an alternative source for funding infrastructure like loans without additional charge, and as a means of diversifying funding and risk exposures of investors in the right way. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rosyan Adi. My matrix number is UDC 210212, and I will be explaining the concept of owning a property or asset in accordance to Sharia law. Under Islamic laws, every land and asset are God's, and men are only borrowing them under God's will. Men are only trustees or stewards. In Islam, when a state donates land to its subjects, it merely gave them the right to use the land, not full ownership. Men, on the other hand, are permitted to act for the care of property, and nothing in Islamic law prevents the use of this property to earn riches or other capitalistic goals. Now, land is categorized into 4 categories under Islamic tenure system. The first one being mulk, the second one being miri, and the third one being wakaf, and the last one being musha. Now, many classical jurists believe that safeguarding property is very vital in an Islamic economic system. The ideal legal definition of ownership is an exclusive association of the owned thing with its owner, which allows the owner the right to deal with what he owns in any way that is not illegal. It is illegal to infringe on legally obtained private property. In Islam, different punishments for stealing, usurpation, cheating, and other injustices have been prescribed, and transgressors have been compelled to recompense the owner of destroyed properties. The state has the authority to intervene, seize, and return illegally acquired property to its rightful owners, whether the property is mobile or stationary. Now, to summarize all of the points, according to the Islamic religion, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has absolute ownership of all things, and mankind is responsible with acting on property in line with what has been ordained. Property rights are vital in Islam because one of the Shariah's aim is to safeguard property. However, in order to promote and ensure societal benefits, Islam necessitates the circulation of wealth in its economy. Now that is all from me. Thank you.
One of the prohibited elements in Islamic finance is riba. The Arabic terms of riba translates approximately as the meaning of exceeding or rising. From Sharia perspective, it is seen as an additional amount that must be paid by the borrower to the lender according to the appointed time. Riba, or in other words, is interest, or is forbidden because it forms injustice and exploitation towards people who are in need and goes against the principle of social justice. There are two types of riba in riba al-buyu. The most common form of riba that frequently happen in daily life is interest on a bank loan or debt, where the lender charge a markup price from the original amount to gain profit. Any loan that meet this category is known as riba al-nasiyah. Riba al-fard is a type of riba that happens when there is an additional quantity when exchanging goods. The concept of riba al-fard is that it is prohibited to change interest in any transaction. By the riba happens when they are exchanging goods that have different values. In riba al-duyun, there is two types of riba, which is riba al-qard and riba al-jahiliyah. Riba al-qard intend to help a person who is in need of cash, that is also refers to as interest-free loan. Last but not least is riba al-jahiliyah, where it has the amount of surplus that will be added to the original debt as a penalty to the borrower because of his inability to repay the amount that has been agreed within the time given. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Lokman Al-Hakim bin Badul Syam. My matrix number is UDC 210039. And today I will presenting about question 8. Gara refers to any transaction involving possible things whose existence or attributes are unclear. This is because lack of knowledge, either parties' ignorance of crucial components in taxation, or concern about one party's capacity to respect the contract. Next, it is critical not to confuse gara with the broader idea of risk. This is because gara is forbidden, but not all sorts of danger are. Avoiding the sources of gara eliminates uncertainty and reduces danger. Lastly, conventional insurance suffers from riba restriction because insurance firms invest major percentage of their capital in government bonds, which yet them riba. Forwards, futures option and other descriptive securities are the other types of contracts that are made invalid by gara, because the item of sale may not exist at the moment the deal is to be conducted. Forwards and futures include gara. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the chance to elaborate on this matter. So, hi, my name is Ahmad Dinishmin Khairi Nazri and my matrix number is UDC 210005. So, basically, my is derived from the term yusr, which means to wish for something precious with ease and without having to pay any comparable recompense for it, or to take liable for it, or to take any obligation against it, or to do so through a game of chance. Islam also expressly forbids any sorts of gambling. Maisir is a term that refers to the easy acquisitions of money via chance, regardless of whether it infringes the rights of others. Maisir is defined by Hamid. According to the Al-Quran Hadith, it has appeared 3 times The term schema, which specifically relates to betting, appears in verse 219 of chapter 2, verse 90 and 91 of chapter 5. And now here, as in the Quran forbids gambling in stage beginning with verse 219 of chapter 2, followed by verse 90 and 91 of chapter 5. When discussing the wisdom of prohibiting gambling, renowned classical Quranic commentator Al-Razi in 1981 explained that Maisir and Qimar cause hostility, cursing and disagreement among participants, as well as being harmful to economic growth and diverting people's attention away from Allah and prayer. He also added that gambling and Qimar and Maisir drove his drive to win, especially after losing, to the point where all of his property was finally used to gamble so much that he was able to disregard his wife and children. The third point is examining the activity of traditional financial institutions and banks, exposed to the presence of gambling in a variety of goods and financial transactions. Traditional insurance, for example, is prohibited because it has riba, meaning interest, and gambling components, schema. Similarly, both the public and private sector periodically pool their resources through lotteries and draws, both of which are kinds of gambling. Customers of Islamic financial institution and Islamic bank must not be sold gambling-related goods or transactions, but must instead be provided with Sharia-compliant alternatives. Money trading is forbidden in Islamic finance since money is not a commodity, despite its role as a means of exchange and store of value. As a result, it cannot be sold or rented for more than its face value. Imam al-Ghazali stated in Ihya Ulumuddin that the production of dirhams and dinars, or money, is one of the God blessings. Trading money as a commodity violates Sharia rules and produces more harm than the benefit to the commodity. Currency trade, for example, promotes inflation that creates socio-economic inequity. Furthermore, the outcome of financial transaction as a commodity cannot be tied to the actual economy. This implies that it makes it illegal for people to engage in legitimate economic activity. Furthermore, when a person may produce more money by loaning utilizing the concept of interest, it is possible to easily gain money without the need for skill and expertise. As a result, we have a society filled of greed, speculation, and immorality. So, thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good morning, sir. My name is Intana Fina Binti Afindi and my matrix number is UDC 210026. Today I'm going to present about why monopoly is prohibited under Islamic finance. A monopoly occurs when one supplier supplies a certain good or service to a large number of consumers. Monopoly is basically forbidden under Islamic law. Islamic does not recognize the presence of monopolies because this type of market structure results in welfare loss. Not only that, but Islamic law forbids business from taking advantage of consumer without a fair justification. One of the many reasons why a monopoly is prohibited in Islam is a monopoly controls the price. There are no competitors in a monopolistic market. With no competitors and no near substitutes, the monopolist can influence market price and is thus referred to as the price maker. Not to mention, a monopoly also has a complete control of a market and is the main supplier of an item or service to a large number of consumers. Next is price. Price can become much higher than in a competitive market when monopolies are owned by individuals for corporations. Higher pricing means fewer consumers can afford the commodity or service, which can be problematic in rural areas. In conclusion, monopoly is strictly prohibited in Islam and in Sharia. This social arrangement was recognized by Islam and modified to meet Sharia requirements for the Islamic economic system. The majority of Muslims agree that monopolistic actions are clearly forbidden in the Islamic environment. That is all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Azami and now I will explain to you about Sharia compliant product. What exactly is Sharia compliant products? Well, Sharia compliant products are products of a publicly traded firm that have been designated as Sharia permissible for investment are known as Sharia compliant products. This designation is based on the company's adherence to the Sharia standards in terms of its principal business investment activities, and a good financial situation. Among the law to adhere to the Sharia standards are that the products that are going to be traded must not be traded under duress or under pressure, and that the products must not be monopolized by one party only. Some might wonder on what makes it so important for a company to make sure that they are according to the Sharia compliant law. And this is because all merchants, must make absolute sure that all actions are based on Sharia principles due to the obligations of set standards. Conflicts that result in both financial and non-financial losses could start because of the absence of such a governance framework. And for example, in order to prove adherence to the Sharia law, traders will have to trade in an open market where everyone will have the rights to make purchase of said product. And this would further emphasize the value of money to every individual, regardless of their religious views, and bring just to everyone. Hence the reason on why the Sharia compliance standards work to ensure fair business within the financial service industry.
So today I'm going to talk about the bank that promote Islamic finance. So this is the question number 8 for this group assignment. And so the bank that we have chosen, which is Alliance Islamic Bank, and has provided several products that promote Islamic finance to their customers. So the first product that Alliance Islamic Bank provide is saving account, which helps an individual to save with the greatest simplicity possible online. And the profit rate is based on the commodities Murabahah via Tawarruk idea, which is based on the current profit rate for each particular product. And adding on, Alliance Islamic Bank offers hibah for both saving account and basic saving account at its discretion and at the rate it determines from time to time. And the next product is Alliance I Wish Home Flexi, which is a Sharia compliant product that is based on the Buy Bitaman Ajil concept. And this product is cost saving. An individual can allocate money to other things because there are no setup or monthly maintenance expenses to be paid. And secondly, an individual can reduce their repayment and protect themselves from a greater incentive-based regulation, which is IBR, and this is because of the low profit rate. And on the other hand, Alliance Islamic Bank also offers unit trust and Amanah Saham Nasional Berhad, which is known as ASNB. And first of all, unit trust provide a simple and reasonable way to participate in the markets that would have been very difficult for investors to enter without them. And this is because they will guide and offer a variety types of funds that will suit an individual's investment needs. And Alliance Islamic Bank provide 4 different types of unit trust, such as equity funds, fixed income funds, mixed asset funds, and money market funds. And investors can purchase and sell open-ended funds on any working day, but closed-ended funds only allow subscription for a finite amount of time. And next, any individual or party can simply conduct ASNB unit trust transaction for both fixed price and variable price funds, since ASNB has authorized Alliance Islamic Bank as their agent. And ASNB fixed price funds aims to provide investors with a long-term and consistent returns while ensuring capital preservation at a low risk tolerance level, while ASNB variable price funds objectives are to provide the investors with a reasonable level of income distribution and capital appreciation through a diversified portfolio of investment. So, about the last product, it is a cash vantage financing, which is based on Islamic financing, and it is one of the Alliance Islamic Bank that product that they offer. And this type of financing is calculated on a flat rate basis and does not require any collateral. And the applicable Sharia contract is Murabahah via Tawarruk, and there are no guarantor or collateral that is needed for this financing. That is all the product that Alliance Islamic Bank provide. And that's all from me, and thank you.